that are pretty typical, like did anyone else hear or see what happened on this day? Which was May 11th of 2025, one of the dates in here in this declaration. You can see right here that they have a child in common, which is Halo. Um, and she says yes, that there was somebody available on around on May 11th that knew that was there. Okay, and they saw the accusations, the verbal abuse, and the social media. Okay, because that's playing a big part in all of this. Did the person in two DDG use or threaten to use a or weapon? She says no. Did the person in two cause you any emotional or physical harm? She says see attached declaration of Halle Bailey. And that's going to be referenced a lot in this court document. So instead of us just going ahead and reading every little detail, we're going to jump right into the declaration after I read this and one more part. So it asks, why do these people need protection? And so Haley says Daryl, which is DDG's real name, lacks an understanding of how his actions impact Halo. He is often verbally abusive towards me in front of Halo. On March 7th of 2025, Daryl was verbally and physically abusive towards me while holding Halo while visiting my home. He often demands to see Halo when it suits him, yet leaves Halo with his mother while he travels. He will not communicate with me about a proper schedule for Halo. So based off of this statement right here, it's saying that that she's trying to get on a schedule. What happened, Kristen? She said, I'm still confused why folks are saying this happened in January. Well, this happened when she had the RSV. She said it happened multiple times, but we're going to get into all of that. We're still going through the restraining order. We haven't gotten to the declaration yet. So maybe there's something in the declaration that refers to January. But she's basically requesting that DDG stay away from her home, her job, her vehicle, her school, each person, her children's school. She wants him to stay away from her and the baby. Okay. She says, I request permission to take Halo with me when I go to work in Italy for 2 months, starting on June 7th of 2025, instead of leaving him here. I will be filming a movie. I have family and a nanny who will be traveling with me to care for Halo while I'm working. I also asked the court to order Daryl to cease and desist from posting and or streaming on any and all platforms about Halo and or me, including but not limited to YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter X. He is a YouTube and Twitch blogger and creates a fan frenzy by making false claims about me. This has caused me to feel afraid and victimized. His fans then threaten me. I'm often scared for my life and Halo safety. Hashtag free Halo has become a slogan online. So yeah, this is it's more than what people are thinking on paper. There's a lot that's going on. So now we're going to jump on down to this declaration now that we know. She's asking for unsupervised. This is a schedule for unsupervised visits. Okay. She's asking for a safe visit. A safe visit. So if a safe visit can't go into place, he can't see his child. Now, we're going to get into this declaration. I want everybody to take a deep breath and we listen and we don't judge because we weren't there. So we don't know what really happened. Okay. Now let's get into it. All right. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can see. Y'all leave me alone. Uniquely, Ari, leave me alone. I still have not found my glasses. I think that they are inside of Henny Studios. I'll be going in there today at some point. Anyway, so Halle Bailey goes on to say that she's the petitioner of the case and she has personal knowledge of the facts, which she states below. So we're going to jump down and we're going to start here because this is all of the formalities. So it says, I submit this declaration in support of my request for domestic violence restraining order. All right. So I'm not going to refer to him as Daryl. We don't know him as Daryl. We know him as DDG. So I'm going to refer to him as DDG. All right. So DDG and I were involved in a romantic relationship for about 2 years, beginning 2022, ending in 2024. Our son Halo was born December 22nd, 2023. Throughout our relationship and continuing to date, DDG has been and continues to be physically, verbally, emotionally, and financially abusive towards me. I'm seeking orders to protect myself and our son Halo from his ongoing abuse. Now, pause for a second. Before I continue on, is this a good volume for my mic? Please let me know, because last night I was so upset when I was watching the playback of the video because it sounded so horrible. Polly said, "Oh, I'm going to judge on the inside, but it will happen." I'm sick of you. He admitted that he's jealous. A narc will create a smear campaign. Yes, yeah, yeah. Okay, good, good, good. Because I want y'all to hear me. I'm smexy, thank you. Okay, good volume. All right, perfect. So now let's continue on, you guys. All right, so DDG is a professional YouTuber and Twitch blogger and rapper. Whenever he wishes to cause upset, he starts bad mouthing me to his several millions of fans. He claims I'm withholding our son and that I'm with other men. Now, if y'all are not together, let me just say this, because I don't know about everybody's status out there, but when it comes down to like the baby mama, baby daddy stuff, oh, I need to put my court doc thing up here. Hold on a second. I gotta put my court doc thing because we're reading a court doc, right? Right. So when it comes down to like the baby mama, baby daddy, we broke up, we were in a relationship type of thing, it seems like that's always a thing. Yeah, see, now that's good. Where men don't want their kids around other men, and I get that, but I don't know. Like, have y'all been keeping up with his stream? Be honest. Have y'all kept up with his stream? I've seen clips of stuff that goes on. But anyway, so as a result, I then received threats and hate on social media. He seems to try to set up drama for his fans. He goes live ranting about me and alleges that I'm keeping Halo from him. This is false. I have requested a set schedule, which he refuses. So she's like, look, he just comes up and picks up his kid whenever he wants to. And I'm just trying to get on one accord and have a set schedule in place where I know on this day he's going to have him, on this day Halo will be home. And I don't feel like that's unreasonable, but I also don't know what their lifestyles are like with travel arrangements and all that other stuff. I don't know. I'm not taking a side. I'm reading and I don't judge. Okay. I'm reading and I don't judge. I also am a public figure and I am subject to public scrutiny and hate. As recently as this morning, May 13th, 2025, DDG was giving an interview in Miami on TikTok talking about our son, flipping the script, claiming he is getting hated on by his fans. To be clear, I do not go on social media discussing our relationship or any of our issues related to our son. Only he does that. He's the one who creates this frenzy with his friends and fan base, and he is now going online to continue talking about it, furthering the frenzy. This is not child centered. I have asked him to stop this behavior. He continues. He gets paid for hits, and this creates hits for him. Now, I cannot say that I have personally seen her saying anything about DDG online, as far as their situation, their relationship, any of that. I haven't seen that online. Okay, see right here. Tara says, amazing how we have never saw Halle say one bad word towards him, never responded to him, trying to tarnish her career, but all of these men are mad at her. What has she done online or been caught doing? Thank you for clarifying that, because I've never seen her say anything. Anything. Yes, always talking about her. She's been quiet. Paulie says sounds very familiar to Sean and Blue, just not public. All of this is very unfortunate for the babies. You know, you make a good point there, because with Krishan and Blueface, it is different because both of them are online saying things. In this situation, it's just DDG that we've seen doing live streams. He did start a whole campaign when they were sick with RSV saying free, um, free Halo. He did start that. We watched that. So far, I'm not seeing where I'm scratching my head like, So Haley doesn't talk about him. Hey, goddess. Haley doesn't talk about him. DDG talks about her all the time. You know, I stay in the Twitch world. I know. So I was waiting for you to say something because I know for a fact. I know for a fact that Goddess knows. Goddess has the scoop on what's going on in the Twitch world. Mary says, never, that girl don't say a thing. It's so annoying. Everyone keeps saying she's not innocent. Sound so gross. And one more, Lee. Hey, Lee. This is not an Amber Turd situation. Stats are out on the rise of physical violence against Black women, single Black women with children, violence and initiated by fill in blanks. Holy power to the people this morning. Okay, let's continue. So now she went on and she says, our relationship ended in 2004 because of DDG's temper and lack of respect towards me. There have been numerous incidents of physical abuse even before Halo was born. He often calls me profanities like inch. He often called me evil. Since we broke up, we have had ongoing issues related to DDG's last minute decisions to see Halo without any schedule. She's asking for consistency. And I'm sorry, I'm a mom. I'm going to say this. It's not an opinion. It's just something that I know a lot of moms do. Again, not taking a side, reading the court docs. And thus far, I can understand wanting a schedule. I'm just saying, you need a schedule. If you're going to pick up the kids on Wednesday after school, you're picking up the kids on Wednesday after school. I then know that you're picking up the kids on Wednesday after school. If you're getting them every other weekend, I know every other weekend to have their bags ready, have whatever they need ready for you to pick them up or for me to drop them off. So I don't think that asking for a schedule is too much. Again, we're going to keep reading and we're also going to follow and see as this story develops. But again, we listen and we don't judge. That's where I'm at with it. And unfortunately, I know that there's a lot of people out there that are going to feel a way about this conversation that we're having, and they may not agree with things. And I know there's going to be some people that are going to come in here with a bias and all of that, but understand something over here. Keep it cute or you'll be put on mute. Anyway, let's continue with what we were talking about. He will not commit to any regular visits or schedule for visits. He demands Halo when it is convenient for DDG only. I never know when I will get Halo back or where he will be. Based on my discussions with him and his mother, I'm aware that DDG leaves Halo with his mother most of the visits, and his mother cares for Halo. I want DDG's family to be close to Halo, but I believe DDG should be present instead of simply leaving Halo with his family for days. Now, pause. This is something that, I can say is common. Oftentimes a dude, if he has family that he's close to, he's gonna take the kids over there. Again, we don't know what his schedule is like or what it is that he's doing. Like, he's a blogger, he's a rapper, he could be anywhere. Again, not taking sides, just saying, with both of them being in the entertainment business, I think we have to take some of that into consideration. And I don't think that it is unreasonable to say, because now we're hearing as we read along that he will pick the baby up, but now she doesn't know when she's going to get the baby back. So she doesn't know when he's coming to get the baby. She doesn't know where he's taking the baby. She doesn't know when the baby is coming back. She doesn't know any of that. So on that side, as a mom, I can understand the frustration of wanting to put things on a schedule. Okay. On January 18th of 2025, DDG called and said he was coming over to get Halo, who was just 13 months at the time. I let him into my house and asked him politely when he would bring Halo back. I have repeatedly asked DDG to please set a schedule. He did not want to talk and refused to tell me when he would bring Halo back. The discussion continued as I walked with him outside to assist to put Halo in the car seat. I was buckling the baby into his seat and physically got into the back seat to adjust the seat. I had left my front door open and was not even fully dressed, as I was not even wearing shoes. DDG kept repeating, get out of my car. Halo was crying. I repeatedly pleaded with him to stop calling me an unch. I felt very nervous that he was going to take Halo with him and was very agitated. I did not feel safe leaving a baby with him in this state. I also wanted to know when he would bring Halo back. He would not tell me. This argument then escalated. The next thing I knew, things got physical between us. We fought each other, wrestling and tussling. At one point, DDG was pulling my hair. He then slammed my face into the steering wheel, causing my tooth to get chipped. I then stopped fighting back. And as I was in a lot of pain, I wanted to get out of the car with Halo, but was now stuck. DDG then said that since I would not leave the baby in the car, he would take me with them. He drove quickly towards his house. When we arrived at his house, I was crying and told his family what happened. I begged his family, who were there, to help me figure out a schedule with him. They said, just leave Halo and go. I left hysterically. I had bruises over my arms and a chipped tooth. True and correct copies of pictures of the bruises and my tooth are attached here to in Exhibit 1. That was a lot. I don't have the bell. I know that y'all like for me to ting the bell when we read something that's like. So now that we know where the story is, what's going on over here, let me pull up Exhibit 1 for you so that we can look at the exhibits in real time. So let me pull this up for you. So here we have the Exhibit 1, and this is, okay, I'm going to remove my watermark so you guys can see it. Give me 1 second. So right here is where you can see that there is a bruise on her arm. Right there. And there's another picture of it. And right here is the chipped tooth. Now, I know that there is a video that was posted. Let me pull that up for you. And again, I'm just giving you what is out there. I'm not taking sides. I'm going to get to you guys' comments in a minute because I know that a lot of people have a lot that they would like to interject and say. But let's pull this up really quick because on Instagram, Live Bites, shout out to them, seems to have dug up, or someone dug up, an old video of Halle Bailey talking about her tooth being chipped. Now it's unclear. I don't know when this video came out, but people are saying that this video is proof that her tooth was already chipped. But we're gonna discuss it.
I'm a little scared of the dentist, but I'm going for my regular cleaning, and also because I chipped my tooth, and I'm just a little nervous. It's been like I've always been a little scared of the dentist, but I'm.
So the question that was posed in here, or what it says is, wait a minute, old video resurfaces of Halle Bailey showing off her chipped tooth, but now folks are questioning
I'm
what.
going for my regular cleaning, and also because
I don't know who's questioning what really happened, because an old video of this happening doesn't equate to she's not telling the truth. What it equates to is all she said was, I chipped my tooth. Now, she's not going to get on live because from what we've seen, and again, I'm not taking a side, so don't you dare come for me. I'm just speaking the facts. She's never said anything negative. But why would she want to get online and say, yeah, my tooth is chipped because DDG and I was out here fighting? Like, what kind of, you got to remember, this is Disney's Little Mermaid. So we don't know what the story is. We don't know if it was rechipped. We don't know what the story is behind this video right here. So I don't know, but we're going to get back into the court docs, but I am going to come over here just to see what some of you guys are saying, because I don't want you guys to feel like you're left out of the conversation, because you are not. You are here. Hey, Mama Zay. Okay, so she says also she can't be cheating when they've been broke up and he stays with all kinds of women. Well, we have seen him with a lot of different girls on his streams. You're right about that. Chantel Johnson, salute to you, says she did clear up the RSV thing because he made it seem like she was just keeping him from seeing the baby. Yes, that is the only time that I saw her say anything. You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. So I stand corrected. There was one time that she did speak out. Kristen says it's through the parent app. So I guess she's talking about how they could schedule the visits. Mary says, yeah, I keep seeing this attack on BW and women in general. Something is wrong with these dudes. I'm going to say this. There are still some good men out there, child. They really are. There's some good men out there, Savannah. Just Me says, right. She never said anything negative. Erica Wilson, salute to you, says, well, in case, wait until you are absolutely sure you are ready for a family on both sides. This means you are both grown and equipped enough to respect and control anger with each other. This is good advice right here because, yes, make sure this is who you want to spend the rest of your life with. Because even though having a child unfortunately does not always equate to marriage like we would like it to, right? In a normal in old country society, once a man impregnated a woman, he had to marry her or defend. They had to defend her honor and they would go to a duel. We watch this in Bridgerton. Plus, that's just in old literature and everything, but it's not like that anymore. But a commitment with a child, when you have a child with somebody, that's for the rest of your life. It doesn't stop at 18 and 21. Y'all are committed to each other forever. Grandma Queen, Queen Grandma Rock, salute to you, says she only internet to do motivation stuff. Oh, she only goes on the internet to do motivation stuff with her son and herself. That's all I've seen. Okay. Hey, Miss D Real. Kristen says, honestly, after everything I've seen the last 2 years, I don't know why any celebs put their kids online. To be honest, it's bad, and you are absolutely correct. I agree with you. Hey, Gold Digger. Gold Digger says violence is never acceptable. What's wrong with him? Put his hands on the mother of his child. Okay. All right. Mary says that she's a woman of class and don't bring herself to speak on him publicly. Uniquely, what's happened? Said, I agree with her. He wants her to move around him and his time when she's basically an A-lister and has things to do. Good point. All right, I'm going to read a couple of more. Let me scroll down. I want to try to get somebody that has it. Okay, hey, Pretty Ginger says it seems like he wants to control her life and come by when he wants. Maybe he wants to see who she's dating or see what she's got going on. Hey, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Okay. Yeah, what's popping? Says this is the reason why we should wait to engage with people sexually, especially if you are not equally yoked. When you're young and you should live your life, and when you're young, you should live your life and not be so quick to jump in relationships. I agree. Hey, Fat Dom, she says he exploited his son and wanted to do that. I wanted to do that her also. I guess you mean do that to her also. Uh, Tara says no control, they lose control. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So now let's get back into it. So now we've seen exhibit 1. Thus far, Kristen, you brought up January. Thus far, I haven't seen anything that says January. Give me 1 second. Let me scroll up here because this definitely was not filed in January. No, it was not filed in January. So I don't know where people are getting this January from because this so far we're talking about everything in March. Okay. Now here we go. On March 3rd, DDG had Halo in his care. I was to pick up Halo at 3 p.m. that day. Instead, at approximately 12 p.m., while I was away from my home, DDG came to my home and entered my home without my permission or knowledge. He does not have a key to my home. I will bring a copy of the ring camera footage for the day that shows DDG entering my sliding door on the side of my house and going upstairs. After he entered my home, DDG then went to my bedroom and sent me pictures of my empty bed. He sent me a threatening text. Now I know what you've been on, LOL, which I understood to be accusing me of having sex with another man. Exhibit 2. So now let's go to Exhibit 2. And this is the text message. And he messaged her and says, me and Halo is at the front door. Can you answer? If you're not home, just say that. Here's the picture of her bedroom. All right. Now I know what you've been on. LOL. You can pick Halo up from George. I have to go to work. Now, I know there's some men listening from the bushes. I know there are. I know there's some guys out there in the bushes. It's okay, y'all can talk. You don't have to. Hey, Sherm, you don't have to stay in the bushes. It's a safe space. Just be respectful of everybody. Everybody be respectful of everybody. Now, male or female, yo baby mama, yo baby daddy, break into your home and send you a picture of it. Is you scared or not? I want to know that. Are you side eyeing or not? Y'all let me know down in the comments, okay? I'm going to keep reading just a little bit, okay? Okay. This left me feeling very unsafe and nervous that he would enter my home again when I was there. On March 7th of 2025, Halo and I both were sick with RSV. Now, we remember this, okay? DDG stopped by to see Halo. I had already warned about our sickness. So she already told him, like, we've got RSV, we're sick. She says, I made it clear to him that I did not want Halo leaving my home because he was sick. Hold on 1 second. Bloop. There we go. Because we were sick. When I told DDG that, he became very angry with me. He raised his voice and became verbally abusive towards me, hurling bad names at me. He then saw the ring camera was recording. He unplugged the ring camera, opened the side door, and threw the ring camera out of my home. I went outside to retrieve the ring camera. He then locked me out of the house. I went around the back and came into the house through another entrance. I plugged the camera back in and called my family member for help. With her on the phone line, I repeatedly asked DDG to please leave. I told him that he was being rude and I was too sick to deal with him. He would not leave. When he realized that my family member was on the phone line, he became enraged. Around this time, I noticed that he had also saw the ring camera was back on, so he smashed the camera. I have the recording and will bring the recording to the hearing. DDG then grabbed my phone and hung up my call to my family member. At some point, while he was distracted, I was able to get Halo from him. DDG then ran out of the house with my phone. I followed, begging him to please give me my phone. He got into the car, closed the door on me, while I was holding Halo. Daryl then drove off and threw my phone out the window and yelled, "Go get it." As a result of this incident, I filed a police report. I am attaching as Exhibit 3. Child, first of all, the girl is sick with RSV and this is going down. Here's Exhibit 3. And this is the card from the Los Angeles Police Department. Okay, she blocked out the numbers, but it says DV incident report taken. So then there's that. And what's crazy to me is when this happened, isn't this when the whole free Halo thing started? Wow. Mm. This is not looking good, DDG. I'm just gonna say that it's not looking good. Um, okay. She also says that she will obtain a copy of the police report for the hearing. Honey, she's coming with receipts. She said, when it's time for the hearing, I'm coming with these recordings. I'm coming with these receipts. Now, reading this, I understand that he has a lot of fans, and I understand a lot of fans are going to do what a lot of fans do. But she said she's coming with receipts. So I'm waiting. I'm going to wait to see what happens at this hearing. We're definitely going to keep covering this. So don't you worry. We are going to keep up with DDG and Halle Bailey. Now, she says this lack of schedule and DDG's random demands cause me great distress. I'm a singer and actress. I'm often on set or having to arrange my schedule ahead of time. I must be able to work. People begin threatening me, and this creates fear for me. I have attempted to work with Daryl. Oh, I'm sorry, DDG. I'm just gonna call him Daryl, okay? Because he's Daryl. DDG is who we know, and I think I've said his name more than enough times for us to know that that's who we're talking about. Okay, I have attempted to work with Daryl to set up a schedule for Halo, but he refused to talk to me and just goes live to blast me to his fans. I also continue to try to work with his mother to try to arrange time for Daryl to be with Halo. I was filming in New Jersey last month, arranged for his mother to come and take Halo to visit with his father. In coordinating the trip, I learned that Daryl had purchased a one-way ticket for his mother to come to New Jersey and take Halo to him. He demanded I pay the cost of the return ticket and he would not book it. I had a lawyer get involved in order to protect our son and draft an agreement to ensure that our son would be returned to me. That's an exhibit 4. So this girl is coming with receipts. Okay. She's coming with all of the receipts to back her up. Like, what am I supposed to say? Here's the receipt. Okay. The travel arrangement. And it says right here that she agreed to give the baby to his mom, okay, his paternal grandmother, and that she was going to travel from Newark Liberty International to Los Angeles International via Alaska Airlines. So she had the airline, she had the flight, and all of that arranged. She said, I agree to make arrangements with Tanya, which is DDG's mother, to meet at a mutually convenient location. So she wasn't even trying to have the mom come out there and be inconvenienced or any of that. She had the mom coming out there because she's going to get the baby. Well, they had the mom coming out there. And she's like, I'm going to make this as easy as possible. So she says, Halo is being returned to me on April 11th. So this is where she's trying to put her foot down, or so it seems, according to the receipt. Okay. This is according to the receipt, not according to Henny. She put in there all the travel arrangements. She said that Halo is to be back to her on April 11th. Okay. Halo being in the consistent care of Tanya and Halo's father, Daryl, which is DDG, and no one else throughout the visit. So she's making it very clear on paper who he can be with, and that Halo remains at all times in Los Angeles, California with Tanya and Daryl. And she signed this, okay? He was supposed to sign this. The mother was supposed to sign this. As you can see, there's only her signature on this copy. It doesn't say whether or not they signed it, agreed to whatever. I guess we're going to hear more of that as we get into this court doc right here. Okay. So, she says, I was glad that I could facilitate the visit, but it created tremendous stress for me and disrupted my work while I was dealing with Daryl's threats. The court should be aware that Daryl's mother and I discussed further visits after the visit last month, but Daryl chose not to see our son. This is not unusual. Daryl often goes weeks without contact, then demands Halo that very day. Daryl's mother and I have discussed, and I would be back in Los Angeles with Halo returning on May 11th of 2025. Our communication evidence is disclosed, and she has. I'm sorry, I didn't bring y'all over here to the court doc as I was reading it, but now we're going back over to the evidence because evidence 5. This is why I said I was going to break this court doc down and we were going to go through the evidence versus what's being said, because here's the text thread between her and the mom. Okay, there's a text thread. And in the text thread, it says, if he will be in town, would you like to get him the 27th and return him on the 4th? Otherwise, I can keep him until we are back. Just wanted to let you know we'll be back on the 11th. So, again, she's coming with receipts. She's coming with receipts, guys. She's coming with receipts. Then on May 5th of 2025, the night of the Met Gala, Daryl started up again. He went live on his Twitch channel, voicing that he was unable to see his son, implying that I was keeping Halo from him. He then created a firestorm of media around free Halo from me. He see various social media messages directed at me, collectively Exhibit 6. So y'all know what we about to do. We about to go to Exhibit 6. Wow. Wow. One day, Halo will understand the damage she has done to his childhood. Hashtag free Halo. And there's more. And there's more. Sheesh. I don't know. Let me come back over here and see what y'all saying over here, because We reading and we don't judge. But this is not looking so good because it's like, you know, people are saying she's lying, but she's coming with receipts. Guinevere, hey, salute to you. She says, oh, wow, it's all fun and games until someone goes to the law with receipts. This is what I'm saying. Hey, Nikki. Oh, what is going on? Yaya said free Halo and Haley. Okay. Um, All right. His fans began accusing me of refusing to share Halo and being out partying with other men. Given the fact that Daryl's mother and I had text about my whereabouts a week prior, and Daryl did not wish to see Halo after his last visit, the timing of his Twitch post was intended to ruin my night, which it did. I could not concentrate or be present at the Met Gala. I was worried about the situation again. Every time this happens, I feel scared, anxious, and worried about Halo's safety as well as my own. I have noticed a pattern of Daryl doing this when I have events related to my career, although I'm trying to work hard to provide for our son. Likewise, the weekend of Mother's Day, May 9th through the 11th, of 2025, I left New Jersey with Halo and went on a short vacation with my sister. Daryl again accused me of being with other men and posted about my relationship with other men. See Exhibit 7. So you know what we about to do. We about to go right on to Exhibit 7. Now, I remember seeing these posts. I did not post them, but I remember seeing these posts. And it says that pretty much confirms Halle Bailey, Brent, I don't know how to say his last name, rumors, keeping Halo away from DDG while Brent playing stepdad in St. Lucia is nasty work. And then they added, of all people, academics. We all know how he feels when it comes down to women, whatever. So I'm quite sure he went on a roast and bash fest over there. But he texts back and says, "This is foul, bet." Then they show the guy Brent, and it says, "Hobbyist by profession." Okay, DDG can't see his son because Haley took Halo to go be with Brent in St. Lucia. Treacherous. That's DJ Academic's tweet. um DDG says, you think you hurt my feelings when you really just ruin your own image. This is a terrible look, makes you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation, happy Mother's Day, but just have the same energy when it's my turn to have him. I'm on the same ish. Okay. We read it and we don't judge. All right. As always, this caused me great distress. I even texted him hoping that he would stop, and that is on Exhibit 8. So let's roll. She says, Daryl, you are not tired of harassing me? You make up a new lie on me every day. I'm in St. Lucia having fun with Shermie and Chloe. Yeah, not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. I told your mom I was going to be with my sister last week. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you're okay and feel better soon. Child, okay. This is not, let me tell you something. This is not looking good. Okay. She has the proof to back up what she's saying in these court docs right here. And this hearing, I don't know, but DDG, please don't say not a peep, not a word, not a nothing. Tell your friends don't say nothing neither, because this is definitely going before a hearing. And let me just tell you something, okay? As somebody who has gone down this road before and had all my proof and my documents, if you continue in any way, shape, mean, or man, if you breathe the wrong way, it's already. I'm gonna shut up. We reading and we don't judge, but bruh, this is doing the most. This is doing the most, like for real. Most recently, this has become extremely upsetting. This has become extremely upsetting to me because Daryl refuses to work with my attorney to set up a set schedule. Now, pause right there because all we keep hearing about is, I just want to schedule for our son. That's what she keeps saying. I just want to schedule for our son. And he's not trying to give me a schedule. So now, this is giving an optics of, I'm trying to find a solution to the problem where we could make arrangements so that you could still see your son. But you don't want to make the arrangements. You just want to come and go as you please, but you don't have that option. Like, come on, people. You don't have the option to come in and out of a person's life as you so please, as you so choose, just because you're the baby daddy or you're the baby mama. Because guess what? There's some women that feel that way too. Like they can just come and go as they please because they're your baby mama. You have to set up schedule. It creates structure for the child. It gives the child an expectation so that that kid knows that, oh, it's the second Saturday of the month. I'm going with dad. Oh, it's Monday. It's dad's day. I'm going with my dad today. Like it gives them structure and it makes you a consistent presence in their life. So I don't see what's wrong with setting up the schedule. Bro, just do the schedule. Just do the schedule and get it over with. Whew. Instead, he is threatening that he will take our son 50% of the time and pay me zero support. Should be noted that he has never paid me child support, and I have never sought child support from him. I have asked him, however, to contribute to Halo's expenses. Only on one occasion has he done so. So, bro, you're not even giving her nothing to contribute to the child. But we have seen him buying clothes. So this is crazy. Remember, he did a blog and he was in the store and he bought a bunch of clothes for Halo. So I don't know. Is that not counted because they were together? Were they together? They were together at that time still, right? I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that part. I'm just saying I've seen him buy clothes for the baby Halo. So I can't say nothing. I can't. I don't know. Okay, I am contractually committed to be filming a movie out of the country in Italy on June 7th, 2025 for approximately 8 weeks. I have been and remain the only caretaker of Halo throughout his entire life. I do not believe it is in Halo's best interest to be left with Daryl or more likely his mother because Daryl leaves town on a weekly basis most weeks, especially for the entire 8 weeks. I'm seeking permission to take Halo with me to Italy so I can continue caring for him. I am contractually bound to be in Italy to film. I have family and a nanny who will be traveling with me to take care of Halo while I am working. I have done everything possible to avoid going to court. I have tried to be placid with Daryl by providing him access to Halo, even though he is not with Halo and often leaves Halo with his mother. I have facilitated his visits no matter where I am and often last minute. I realize that there is no again basically compromising with Daryl. I can't allow this abuse any longer. I cannot live like this. I never know when he's going to demand our son be in his mother's care and whether I will be subject to his threats and abuse. As of the date I am signing this declaration, Daryl is in Miami online railing against me, alleging he can't see his son. He is not in Los Angeles. I have planned on Daryl picking up Halo on Monday, yesterday, at my home in Los Angeles. His attorney has not responded to mine to arrange visits. This is not child centered, and Halo is only being used to further his fan base online presence. And then there goes into all of her evidence. But this is the court docs of Halle Bailey and DDG. And guys, what are y'all saying down here in these comments? Because that was a lot to take in. I'm going to scroll up just a little bit so that I can see what are y'all thoughts? Like, what say you on all of this? Hold on, I'm going up, going up, going up. Okay. Goddess says, and I'm gonna go to January after this. Goddess says, "Does Shay Frost effed that up already for him? He already talking. Only person staying silent is his sister. Really, damn." Hey, January says, and let's not forget that Blueface is DDG's best friend. Best friend. Lee says, Krishan, I'm going to need you to pay close attention. Okay, Erica says, I'm on her side, but listen, in all cases, she will have a little negative, but overall, she seems to have put together. She seems to have put this all down. Hey, Sherm. Sherm says that sounds like a jealous man that can't move on. I ain't want to say it. I ain't want to say it, but it happens. Things get messy with baby mamas and baby daddies all the time. Mary says he's about to be humbled. Time to grow up, DDG. Mary's daughter, peace. What's going on? Salute to you. That's probably the one time she's talking about. When he bought the clothes on the live stream, I don't even know. Did he buy the clothes or were they gifted to him? I don't know. That was a while ago. Okay, this is why children shouldn't have children. Um, Ravishing Rhonda, salute. She says seeing him buying clothes is not child support. No, it's not. But what I'm saying is he has contributed to the child. She was saying that he hasn't contributed. So I don't know if it counts because they were together. So does that continue? Does that count as contribution or not? Like I'm very well aware that buying clothes is not contributing child support, but it also is a contribution. Um, Pretty Ginger says his mother needs to have a sit down with him. These parents are also worried about these kids cutting the money off. They just go along with the mess. Now, Pretty Ginger, that is a good thing because it sounds like she's been having continuous communication with the mom. And the fact that she said she pulled up to the house, well, he pulled up to his house and his family was there and she's distraught. And all of this has gone on where they were wrestling and tussling with one another. And Halo was present while this was going on and they're just telling her just go home. I would love to know what the mother has to say about any of this stuff that has been going on at all. Is someone having a conversation with him or not? Because at some point in time, somebody needs to say something because um this is going to be serious. And if he thinks he's not seeing Halo now, he's really going to feel away when he's going to get his wish. Let me say that. He's going to get his wish. You're going to get scheduled visits with your son and they're going to be court appointed and you have to do them or you'll be held in contempt of court. So you're going to get what you asked for. Beyonce's lace front, hey girl, says even if child support was discussed, she makes more money, so they might make her pay like Halle Berry. Possible. Um, Eccentric Moon was popping, says they haven't been together for at least 7-8 months. Listen, sometimes men just can't let go. Okay. I have an ex that I wasn't with for years. And it didn't matter how long we weren't together. He would not let it go, let me go. This man used to call my mama to tell on me. And my mom is like, she's grown. What do you want me to do? Like, and y'all are not together. So what are we doing? What are we talking about here? Anyway, Goddess says DDG literally took Wendy Orist to Japan and gifted her 50K. So you can gift somebody 50K, but you can't gift your child 50K? Like, come on, bro. Yaya says what she's asking for is completely fair and she has receipts. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. How do you fight receipts? You can't. The receipts are receipting. Lil Mama, what's poppin'? Says clothes at his house. Does the baby live there? How often is the baby there? He's counting her pockets, and because of who she is, he feels she got it. Straight bum. That's another way to look at it. Kristen says, I'm confused on the mama part. 1 second. The mama part. 1 second, she says he can only see Halo there. Then she says she don't want him there. Am I hearing wrong? On whose part? Which mama? Are you talking about Haley? Yep, and that's facts. You can't see it on the stream. He don't watch his son, mom or other girl watching him. And that's why she says only in their care, the mother's care or his care. She don't want the baby in nobody else's care. She has a right. His mother did fly to pick up the baby in April because DDG showed them on the plane, and then Halo being reunited with his father. However, DDG worked on his album the whole visit. Wow. So he's working on his album while he has the very. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Y'all stop telling me stuff. Vanessa, what's poppin', says at this point, I'm not believing Haley. Even like on his first birthday, she kept trying to take Halo out his father's arms, like she the only one that can hold him. She switch up too much for me. Okay, well, Vanessa does not believe Haley. And she gave her reason why. Hey, Miss Pammy, those may be closed that those may be clothes he took to his mother's house for him and note given and not giving them to Haley. That's true. Y'all are going in. Erica says, I don't think she cares about childcare, but lawyers would advise to include as that's factual. Okay, she said, but he's not a bad father, though. He loves Halo. What she say? Okay, hold on one second. Let me go over here to reviews. We're gonna pull up what the mom has to say. Now this is what his mom had to say. Let me add this to the stage. So she says, I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet too fast. Hold on one second.
Speak on it. So,
hold on a second. So let me do this. All right. And now I'm going to zoom in. Hold on. All right. So it says, I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, the lies, the hatred towards mine. However, these accusations have made me realize that I have been quiet too long. So it looks like mom is about to start speaking out. Wait, is that is the mom?
you've seen the TMZ post, and I'm not going to speak on it. So, yeah.
She's back, come here.
So that is what his mom and his sister have said. They have said that they are not speaking on it. Well, I am going to say this to any and everybody who is out there who has children. Um, Sometimes what you feel is in the best interest of the child is not always what's in the best interest of the child. Sometimes you need to really sit down and evaluate. Kids have nothing to do with adult conflicts. And if you're a grandparent, and I'm not saying this to knock DDG's mom because we don't really know what's been going on behind the scenes. She has to have some type of influence or a positive relationship with Haley because Haley is not even talking about her like bad mouthing her or anything like that. She's just saying that she has the relationship with the mom. We really need to work on getting a solution because in the middle of all of this is baby Halo. And he's the only one that's going to suffer the consequences of all of this. All right. So